Okay, hello, welcome to Saturday afternoon's online class. I'm just going to check that I'm in the right place. Bear with me. Make sure that's on mute. Okay, right, so whether you're joining me live or going to be doing the car class on replay, just will say thank you for ordering the class, and I hope you enjoy the projects. There are die cuts as much as possible for stuff that I know for stamped images that I'm using that you couldn't then use. I've included some die cuts where I can, but any sentiments that you've already got will actually suffice. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera around and just get myself organised. Okay, bear with me. Okay, lovely. Right, just get the first card that we're going to be doing is this one. So if you find your envelope with this card colour in, this is Petal Pink and Moody Mauve. Okay, and you will have some, I think I put a couple of the hexagonal punched out bits in for you, so hopefully you've got a spare as well. Let me just pop my bits down on the floor that I don't need. Okay, so for this card, the pop that out the way. It's a standard card base, so we've got 8 inches by 5 3/4, and it's scored at 4 inches down the middle. The centimetres of that is 20.3 centimetres by 14.6, and that's scored at 10.2 centimetres. Okay, I'll just show you the inside, because on the white layer we do have a stamp. I've just put some leaves. These are from the Lifetime of Love stamp set. As I say, anything that you've got similar or that ties in with the flowers will be fine. And then the sentiment is from Heartfelt Hexagonal, Heartfelt Hexagon, and I've used this more detailed border and the sending you lots of love and hugs sentiments, but again, anything that will fit in will be perfectly fine. I'm going to start by doing the stamping, and I find it easier to stamp the border first. Okay, and then the sentiment is quite easy just to line up. Okay, so that's the inside. I'll just pop that out the way, and then the inside piece of white is stamped in Petal Pink. Just to give it a little bit of detail. You could stamp a a sentiment in there as well if you wished. Okay, I'm going to put these ink pads, close them up, because I'm going to be getting lots of different ones out. And then the easiest way I find to punch out the sentiments is to turn the punch upside down so that you can look through and see when it's lined up. Okay, so now we can build the card. Just get my foam folder, fold the base in half. Okay, I'm just going to pop in the middle. This layer is just 1/4 inch smaller than the card base, which is 3 3/4 inches by 5.5, or 14 long ways by 9.6 centimeters. Okay, then we've got a piece of Moody Mauve, which is 2.5 inches by 5 3/4, or 6.4 centimeters by 14.6. And then we have the Pattern DSP. I'm using this side, even though this side is absolutely gorgeous, but sometimes, you know, you have to make that decision on which side you're going to use, and I've gone with this one. This DSP is 2.25 inches by 5 3/4, which is 6.4 centimeters by 14.6. Okay, so this one is then just going to slot onto there. Just like that. And then the sentiment is just going to be popped on using some dimensionals. Just like so. Pop that out the way. And then you'll have some Moody Mauve little gems, and they can just go. I've put these ones like that, but you can put them anywhere you want, really. As you can see, the Moody Mauve is my favourite of the in colours, so I've actually only got the 2 sizes left, so I'm just going to pop another one of them just down there. Okay, so that's the first card. I'll just pop that one now out of the way. Right, just get this second card ready while you're finishing off. Again, you've got you've got no stamped images, you've got punched out pieces for the sentiment. I've just used the Hello from an online exclusive, Irresistible Blooms, and the paper is from there as well. Okay, so this is slightly shorter card base, so it's 7¼ inches long by 5 3/4, and that's 18.5 centimeters by 14.6, and it's scored at 4 inches, 10.2 centimeters. Then we have the DSP on this side and your white layer. They both measure the same, so they're 3 inches by 5½, which is 7.6 centimeters by 14 centimeters. And this strip here is 1/2 inch by 5½, which is 1.2 by 14 centimeters. And then just some, well, you've got punched out bits already, but I've just got some scraps out of my file. And this is Flirty Flamingo, but you could use this Daffodil Delight, I believe, in this one, Petal Pink. So there's a few colours that you could use as well. So I'm going to just do the stamping first of all. Again, you don't need to push too heavy on these, just a few gentle taps. Let's close that up. I'm just going to trim this down so that I don't cut. I don't want a white frilly layer. Okay, so if you just feed it in from the side of the punch, you can line it up. Get rid of that bit. And then the frilly bit. This punch, I've loved this punch, and I'm really sad actually to see it going this time, but it's been great. I've used it loads, so yeah, I'm really sad to see that one retiring. Okay, so let's just bring this back in. And just, I haven't stamped at all on the white inside bit. I didn't want to sort of use up any of the space because it's a smaller layer. So I'm just going to glue these bits together. It's not quite straight, but it doesn't matter. And obviously make sure you get this one up the right way. Okay, and then just layer up your sentiment. Again, a couple of dimensionals on the back. pop that up there, and then you'll have in the kit you've got some of these. I put in a few different colours, so you can choose. As you can see, I've put 3 on here in the middle of the flowers. So all I'm going to do is just put tiny dots of glue in the 3 that I want. Then I'm going to find some of these. I'm using the yellow ones, and just pop them. They're always upside down when you want to be able to get at them. Find another one. And pop that down. Okay, the Take My Pick tool is really, really useful for doing the gems. Okay, so that's the second card. Slightly different in size to normal, but still really effective. And this is actually, because this paper came in 6x6, I wanted to be able to get as much out of a 6x6 sheet as I could, and so I wanted to use 3-inch sections, which is why I designed the card like this. Okay, so that's the second card. Now I'll just move some of these bits out of the way, because the next one is a bit more technical. Find the card first of all. Okay, so this is the bunny and the kite from Playing in the Rain. This one is carrying over. So you've got an online exclusive, the heartfelt hexagons carrying over. I've used basically stuff that's carrying over into the new catalogue, so that you can see you can still be using items. So yeah, so this is carrying over. This stamp set is the Sweetly Scripted stamp set, and it's an online exclusive, but I really like this. It's been quite popular, I think, with quite a lot of people have been ordering it. So there's great sentiments. So you've got anniversary, congratulations, birthday, a million thanks, speedy recovery, and a save the date. Okay, so in your kit you will have received, rather than the stamped image, you will already have a bunny that's coloured in, because I cut it out of the designer series paper. So that's the only problem with not knowing whether you've got the kits or not yourself. So, but this is the lovely, I mean, it is gorgeous, Playing in the Rain. But as you see, this bunny's been cut out without the puddle, so it can be used on a bright sunny day. It doesn't have to be about playing in the rain. Just get my bits and pieces out. We need those. The background I've done using a blending brush. You could use a sponge dauber or a piece of sponge if you don't have blending brushes. This is, so in your kit you will have a card base, which is 8 inches by 5 3/4. That's 20.3 by 14.6 centimetres, scored in the middle, 10.4 inches or 10.2 centimetres. And you've got 2 white layers, one for the inside and one for the outside, and they are both 5.5 by 3 3/4 inches, or 14 centimetres by 9.6. Okay, and then you've got your kite pieces there, so I'll show you how to build those in a minute, and your bunny. Now in the in-person classes we coloured the bunny in, so that's what I will be doing shortly. I'm just going to get the happy birthday stamp, pop it onto there. Okay, so we'll do all the or I'll do all of the colouring and the inky bits first. Okay, so the inside one is going to have the same sentiment, but it's going to be in the middle of the page, so just a few taps. Okay, this is Azure Afternoon. The colour is absolutely gorgeous colour. Lovely and bright, which I think we need today with the grey, wet and cold weather we've got still here. Okay, right, so the next thing to do with your blending brush is just to go round and round and create an area of blue hazy ink. Really, it's you can do as much or as little as you like. Just dab off so that you don't put too many big splodges on. Okay, and where I've been starting, where it's darker, bunny's going to sit on there, so it will cover that darker area up. Right, pop that out the way. Now for colouring bunny, I've used the blend pens. Okay, so this is a light petal pink, and all I've done with this one is popped a bit in his ears and his nose, and then the darker Azure Afternoon. Now I'm not very good at colouring and stuff. There's plenty of demonstrators that do a much better job than me with their blends and watercolours and stuff, but I've just literally gone round with the darker one. To start with, around the outside, and then just blending it in with the lighter shade. Now with these brush tips, you don't have to be heavy-handed. You really need to be quite gentle with them so that you don't break the tip down. I'm just going to add a bit more. So that's the little bunny. So he's going to go on there. The kite just fits together, so you've got the longer piece of white will go down here. Like so. And then just add a few little dots of glue so you can place your bows. You will have more of these than what you need because the die cuts out 3 at a time, so but yeah, that's fine. Some people last night at the card class used one of the white ones and just added it onto Bunny as a little bow tie, so you could do that if you wanted to. Okay, so then I've just used some of these very small rhinestones just to add a bit of bling. Obviously you could do this in any colour really, but I wanted to do a bit more of a male card, or a card that could be, you know, it could be used for a man, it could be used for a child, just to give you something other than flowers and a bit of a different take on things. So this is going to just sit glued flat, and then I'm just going to put a dimensional on the back of the top of the kite and a tiny bit of glue onto Bunny's hand. And then that can go on the front, and then this one can just go in the middle. Okay. So that's the third card. So I'm just checking that everything's still all right with the, yeah, that's okay. Okay, so if so that's the third card, can be done with any colours that you want really. Pop that one away. Just tidy up these bits, get them out the way. Get rid of that. Okay, now the final card is using these 2 sets. We've got quite a few bits of cardstock. This is the card, so you've got, it's a double flap card. So I just need to get all the bits out that I need, including the ink pads. Pop that out the away for a moment. So again, the sentiment is from Heartfelt Hexagon. It just says, I hope your day is filled with joy. So it could be used for a birthday card, could be used for just to send in a card for the sake of sending a card and cheering someone up. And then this stamp here is using these leaves out of the Painted Lavender. So let's pop that down. Okay, so say you've got quite a lot of pieces on this, so we'll do the stamping first. So I want one of these white layers. You've got two of these. They are 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, so that's 7 centimeters by 9.6. Okay, so the first one, I'm going to use Pretty Peacock and these gorgeous leaves, and I'm just going to stamp a few times without re-inking, and then again, and you can do as many or as few as you want. Okay, that one's a bit busier than what the other one was, but and I might actually turn it over 2 sides. I didn't like that, too many. Let's do the darker ones first. That's better. Can stamp off. Put some of the lighter ones in. So that's Pretty Peacock, and then we've got Highland Heather, which is going to be used on the little tiny white piece for the sentiment, and that is 2 1/4 inches by 1 3/4 inches. Okay, so that's all the stamping. We can get rid of the ink. Pop that out the way. Okay, so to start off with, you have a card base that is standard size, 8 3/4. No, sorry, it's 8 inches by 5 3/4, which is 20.3 centimeters by 14.6. It's scored at 4 inches, 10.2 centimeters, and you're going to chop the top corner off. So to do that, we're just going to line up the scoring line and the point. Just move my trimmer up so you can see that better. Okay, so literally it's just, I think you can see that now. Okay, so just get them sort of in the middle of the rail, and then just chop it. Okay, this bit you don't need, so you can use that for something else. The only other piece of cutting you need to do is the designer series paper. Okay, so it's going to go like that, so you need to cut again the top corner and the opposite bottom corner lined up, and chop that in half. Okay, if you've got a directional pattern paper like this is, then you need to just obviously make sure that you're cutting it the right way. Just take a few minutes to just double check that. So these bits then can just be glued on. Again, it's all got the same size border around. Okay. The other pieces that you've got is a Highland Heather piece, which is 3 inches by 8 or 7.6 centimeters by 20.3 centimeters. Again, scored in the middle at 4 inches, 10.2 centimeters. I'm just gonna give those a burnish. You've got another white layer, the same size as the one we've already stamped on. So this is going to go on the inside of this flap. Then this one's going to pop on the front. And then the last piece of cardstock is 2 inches by 2.5, and your sentiment layer is going to pop in there. And I'll get a couple of dimensionals. Just take the backings off. Now this one isn't on in the centre, it's over to the side a little bit, just so you get more of that leafy pattern there. Okay, we'll put the gems on in a moment. But to put this piece in, you're going to need to do is just line it up so that this sits flat. Okay, with the edge. Okay, so this corner is there, but this one doesn't line up on this bit, but that's fine. That's the way it's designed. Okay, and then just going to pop some of these gorgeous purple little gems. Just to finish it off. And that's the 4th card. So let me just find my glue lid and cover that up. And that's card number 2. Number 3. And number 1. So that's all 4 of the cards in the card class today. See, it's not taken as long to make these cards because I have prepped all of the card bases and that for you. So hopefully you've enjoyed the different cards, and they can all be reproduced in different colours with different DSP, and this one's got varying characters that you could use. So yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed that, and if you've been crafting along, or you craft along on the replay, or you take any of these ideas and reproduce them yourselves with your own kit, then it'd be lovely to see them posted on the Facebook group so that we can see some other inspiration. Okay, well, thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.